Hello everyone, I'm Sarah Hayes. I'm the Change Stream Lead at the Centre for Digital Built Britain for the National Digital Twin Programme, and I'd like to tell you about the Digital Twin Toolkit that we're launching today. So just on to the next slide. There we go. So I'd like to give an overview of the National Digital Twin Programme, really for those, I know a lot already on the call are familiar with it, but for those who aren't familiar with the programme itself. So the National Digital Twin Programme came out of recommendations from the National Infrastructure Commission report, Data for the Public Good, which is, it's a report about the benefits of sharing data. And it set the vision for a national digital twin as an ecosystem of connected digital twins across infrastructure and the built environment. And CDBB, which is the Centre for Digital Built Britain, which is a partnership between BEIS and Cambridge University, have been tasked by BEIS to enable the National Digital Twin by building an information management framework to enable the secure sharing of data across organisations and sectors. And it's really important that we've got government, industry and academia involved in this, because it's not just an information management framework for industry or for government, it's really for all actors to be able to share data across sectors. So we set up the digital twin, the DT Hub, last year, and we now have over 600 organisations registered on the DT Hub. So I would ask you to visit the site, have a look and register if you haven't already. The DT Hub is a website all about digital twins. So it's a place where you can learn what others are doing and also share your own insights on digital twins. And the toolkit itself came about because some members of the DT Hub asked us for help with developing the business case for digital twins. And this is what the toolkit is all about. It's, how do I make the business case for a digital twin? And so in the toolkit itself, we cover what is a digital twin, what can a digital twin be used for, what's the purpose of the digital twin? So that's the use case framework that I'll come on to shortly. We look at case studies and we set out a business case template and a roadmap. So I think in the toolkit, we really get into the nuts and bolts of how do you approach digital twins and how do you make the business case for your digital twin. So the toolkit itself has been put together by the toolkit team. And what we have done is we've brought together a team of excellent volunteers who've worked together to produce this toolkit on a pro bono basis. So we are incredibly grateful to this team of people who have worked together for the last 6 months to put this all together. And now the toolkit is being developed as a community resource that everyone can use and contribute to and develop it further. And we're really grateful to this team who've brought expertise and experience to the development of the toolkit. So what's in the toolkit? What we do is we set out a description of a digital twin rather than a definition, because I think that there's still a lot of discussion around what is a digital twin, and that debate rages on. So what we tried to do is to set out a graphic here to show what we mean by digital twin. And hopefully here we show the connection between the physical world and the digital world. So how data flows from the physical to the digital to help us make decisions. And I like to see this as a pair of sunglasses through which we can see both the physical world and the digital world. And of course, when you're developing a digital twin, what is really important is your use case, being able to be very specific about what are you developing a digital twin for. And even more important is to make sure that you've got people in this equation, that digital twins really are about improving outcomes for people. So it's people, the stakeholders, who will make decisions as a result of using digital twins. And of course, those decisions have impact in the physical world, so that has impact on people. So I think, when we're talking about digital twins, we've always got to remember the people aspect here, and what the overall impact is, and what we're driving to, which is basically better outcomes for everyone. And down at the bottom, you can see how the digital twin is connected to an ecosystem of connected digital twins. And that's what we see as the national digital twin. So if you see the lines between those little digital twins at the bottom, that is essentially the information management framework, which enables data sharing between digital twins. So the use case framework. So this has been developed by the Toolkit team. And what we talked about is, what do we develop digital twins for? And we found that there were 3 overarching areas why people might develop digital twins. So the first is for strategy and planning purposes. So you might develop a digital twin for city planning. You might develop a digital twin for managing assets, so for optimization and operations. And thirdly, you might develop a digital twin for assurance purposes, so for safety and resilience. And I think it's helpful to look at this perhaps with a real example. So to think about the EV charging network. So we need an EV charging network across the UK, and of course that needs to be planned. So if you look at it from the strategy and planning perspective, we need a digital twin of the whole network would help us to understand how that whole network fits together and how it fits with existing transport infrastructure. So from the managing assets perspective, it's helpful to have a digital twin of EV charging points just to be able to monitor the service and the efficiency of the service itself, how well it is working. And then from an assurance perspective, it could be helpful to have a digital twin of the network to be able to demonstrate the safety at the individual charging point, but also to be able to understand resilience of the network as a whole. So looking at the demand and supply of energy to be able to understand how the network is working as a whole and what the level of resilience here is. So the point is here that you might develop a digital twin for a specific use case, and that might fall into one of those 3 areas, or it might actually fall across the 3 areas. So case studies. So we have developed a library of case studies on the DT Hub, and within the report, the DT Toolkit report, which is available on the DT Hub, you can click through to see this library of case studies of digital twins. And this, this has been growing over the last few months. As I really urge you to go and have a look. There's some really interesting case studies on the DT Hub. But I would also put an ask out today that if you have a case study of a digital twin, then please upload it to the DT Hub and share it with others, because I think other people will be really interested to read about your digital twin or the work that you're doing in the area of digital twins. So in the team, we also talked about digital twin sophistication levels and types of digital twin. So we talked about digital twins being descriptive, informative, predictive, prescriptive, and cognitive. And I think we had some really interesting discussions around this, and I think this is an area of the report that we'd be seeking to develop further. So on the whole report, we're really looking for further feedback. This is the first iteration, and we're really looking for community feedback to take this further. What do you think of this? How can we improve it? What else should we be adding to this? So I urge you to have a look at that section of the report and comment. So we put together a roadmap, and in the roadmap there are 12 steps. So in these steps, you can see that these are the steps that we've set out to get to a digital twin. And we had a lot of discussions within the team about what was the order of the steps, what did you need to do. But I think what is really interesting here is the number of steps that you need to go through before you actually get to developing your digital twin. And of course, the time that you might need to spend at the beginning defining your digital strategy, and also understanding your level of information management within your organization. Can you access the data that you need? And then, of course, being able to define what the problem is that you want to solve and being able to identify the specific use case for the digital twin. So I really encourage you to go and have a look at the roadmap, have a look through these steps, see if they make sense to you, and feedback to us on this. You know, we're really looking to sort of develop this and evolve this as a really useful toolkit for everyone to be able to use. We were very fortunate to have a lawyer on the team who helped us think through the legal considerations for you know, when you are developing a digital twin. So there's a small section on legal considerations that, you know, I'd encourage you to have a look at. And I think it will probably encourage you to make sure that you take legal advice when you are developing a digital twin, because of all the issues that you need to consider. And of course, in addition to the report itself, we actually have a business case template that you can use. So this is to help you write and develop your own business case. So we follow the Treasury Green Book 5-case model approach here: strategic, economic, financial, commercial, and management cases. And we also set out the desirability, viability, feasibility approach. So is my digital twin desirable, viable, and feasible? So this is a Word document that you can download and edit. It's in very plain format, so you can use it for your own organisation. So this is, you know, hopefully will be a very useful resource, and the team spent a lot of time working on this. So very grateful to them for putting that together. So what's next? I think, as I've already sort of made the point a few times, we're really looking for feedback on the toolkit. You know, this is a resource that we want to develop over time. Please use it, test it out, try it out with your, you know, within your organizations, with your clients, and tell us what we can do to improve it. At the same time, we are currently looking to develop a collaborative workshop tool based on the toolkit. So this is something that you can use, will be something that you can use within your organizations to help get buy-in and support, and to help to be, you know, to be able to discuss what a digital twin can do for your organization within teams. And, you know, we're really looking for you to contribute to future iterations of the toolkit. So it's on the DT Hub. Please have a look and comment on it and get back to us. If you'd like to join the Toolkit team to take it further, then please get in touch. The email address is just there. And also, so we run a Gemini call every Tuesday at 10:30, where we give an update on the programme, on the whole National Digital Twin programme. It's 10:30 to 11, so everyone is welcome to join. Please email us if you'd like to be invited to that call. And also, please join the Digital Twin Hub if you haven't already done so, and you'll be able to access lots of resources there. And before I finish, I think I've got two thanks, really. One is to the team, to the Toolkit team, for the incredible hard work that they've put into the development of this toolkit. It's been, you know, it's been really fun and a really great experience to work together with a wide range of people in developing this toolkit, and I really hope we can take it further. And secondly is a thank you to Tom, who is also a member of the Toolkit team, and it's been really great working with Tom and Tech UK in developing these resources. I think it's a great collaborative working relationship, and, you know, we hope to continue that in the future. So thank you very much.